Hello everyone and welcome back to another book review. I am in my car because the house is not quiet or empty right now, so this is where I have to film. So we're making the best of it. Today I'm going to be reviewing kind of an art slash, it's an art book. We'll say it's an art book. Primarily focusing on the state of Michigan. So those of you who are not familiar with the geography of the United States, Michigan is a state in the United States, kind of near the Canadian border. Well, not kind of, it borders Canada. And I'm biased because I think it's a really pretty state. It's really pretty. I think everyone should recommend it. Great forests, great nature, especially when you get closer to the Canadian border in the UP. It's really, really beautiful. So this is A Sketchbook of Michigan by Reynold Weidenaar. I'm going to say Weidenaar, with text by Anne Zeller. So this book is exactly what it says. It is his sketches of Michigan. Now this person was born in Grand Rapids, this Reynold Weidenaar, born in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and he taught at some art schools, and he actually, this is the thing that was kind of put out as prominent, he was a full member of the National Academy of Design. So he's kind of well known and well respected for his craft, and despite this book being old when I saw it, it was published or put out in the 1980s. It was put out in 1980. I felt like it would still hold true, and I wanted to see it. So first thing you'll notice is the art is very, very exceptional. You can tell that Reynold Weidenaar is an expert of his craft and deserves all the accolades that he has. I think the text also pairs really perfectly. This is about all the text that you get on each page. It's just very, very little, and it just details average everyday scenes in Michigan. So I feel like the text and the art paired together, and you could spend a long time with each one of these art pieces because the artist clearly is a master of his craft and knows what he's doing. So I thought this was very, very well done. Kind of like the Recollections book by Eric Sloan that I also read. But yeah, just really, really well done. This one has very little text. I think the combination of text with the art works. The text isn't about the author's experience or the way he put it together. This is entirely just the scenes of Michigan that the artist wanted to represent, with some text that Anne Zeller put together about Michigan. So not even factual, more like poetic, I would describe. And yeah, I just had a really great time. You can tell that some of the sketches that were put out were dated just in terms of the technology that's depicted in it, but I don't think that actually takes away from the artist's skill and talent that shines through. I think of all the paintings from the Renaissance that we still go and flock to museums to see, so clearly the age of the art doesn't really impact how skillful or masterful the art was created. So that's something to note. The other thing was, when I was going through here, I was kind of curious, like, where did these come from? Where is the scene that the artist is depicting? Like, what part of Michigan? And I thought this wasn't included because the pages themselves don't have this information. So I thought I was just gonna have to guess. But if you go to the very back, and this is for those of you who do purchase this, there is a section which gives you a brief description of where everything is located. So don't be me and wait to the end of the book, because then I had to go back and look at all the pictures with the location, just because I was curious. So if you do purchase this book or do wind up getting this book out of your library, make sure you look for this back page, because this has all the information that you were looking for. I do this so many times with books where I think they don't have the information and they have it in the back, so I feel like I should check the back before I start getting annoyed. This was fantastic. I don't really know how to rate it. I'd probably give it a 3-star, but I think the art really, really speaks for itself. It's really, really well done. And you could probably honestly pick up this book secondhand if you wanted to enjoy the art at a reasonably priced, at a reasonable price point, just because of the age. It is published in 1980s. Again, this is A Sketchbook of Michigan by Reynold Weidenaar, and it was very enjoyable. I feel like this would be a great book if you're familiar with Michigan, if you live in Michigan, if you live in the area, but also if you don't, just because the art is so well done. And I feel like he's probably one of those hidden gems that doesn't really get super popular. I don't know, maybe, I'm not very familiar with art, so maybe he is really well known, but I certainly hadn't heard of him. But I think his work is really, really fantastic and should be appreciated and recognized. If you have any books like this or would like to suggest anything like this, I'm all ears. I love getting suggestions. I love reading your suggestions and trying to get my hands on your suggestions, so please recommend them to me, or if you have any thoughts on this book, please let me know. Other than that, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.